That youngun's now teaching.
Why do students always run when Peasy wants to have some fun?
Potato! Revelio.
What do you want? If I could undo all that happened that day, I would. Let us keep our heads around this.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him that things are left.
Here. Behind you.
Thank you.
There is an open seat here. Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me! I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Eh? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at your last possible... That... Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Splendid! Very good. Don't lose your composure. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio.
Excellent.
Be sharp. Quite impressive. Here we go. Phew.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Stay focused.
Watch this. There we go.
That's it.
Be sharp. Phew.
Accio.
Ah, you almost had it.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. But until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you
you're
would.
so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to...
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the...
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you... Expect to hear from me soon regarding...
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Revelio.
Why would Helga Hufflepuff have you tap on barrels, though?
And then the werewolves join the goblins.
Goblins, werewolves!
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Ah!
Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
Well, better see to my...
Revelio.
Whatever it is, I all want to know yours.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Levioso complicates things.
I do enjoy life's duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity.
If what I've seen today is any indication, I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with a... All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something.
It was certainly good practice.
Didn't expect a new student to be so... Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first...
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have an...
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention. You know, you might be a perfect fit.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get... Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the... You just have to be clever enough and...
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in...
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. Till next time.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
You drilled Sebastian.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Levioso.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
What are you doing?
Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than...
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells.
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from... Regardless, you must continue to build upon... In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with...
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost.
Thank you, Professor.
And you've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you, perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor...
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophan. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle door. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Brews.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object...
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As a number of your professors have agreed to do so as well. But first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Lumos. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Protego. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it!
Reparo.
Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Accio.
Have you been to the owlery lately?
Do you think we'll learn how to brew our utensils?
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Revelio. Hello.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at, but if you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already made.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogwarts.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Alex. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi-guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the
Lumos.
castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the
Revelio,
but she'll be
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Accio.
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had...
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Omelette gourd and sausage made her own mother.
Revelio. Reparo. Accio. Levioso.
Blooming beard. Not again.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it. How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
Phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare, and a core with a strong sense of initiative. How intriguing. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. And the bond between you and your wand, do not be surprised at your...
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Oliver.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me.
Revelio. Revelio.
Levioso!
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. Though I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry, you'll have read it on this. How may I help you today? You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. Is it not the most fascinating art potion making? Rivals anything you can do with it.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spell. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potions. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Revelio.
My father always told me.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, the Merlin. But... let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Revelio.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Muggles have made life hard for us.
An inquiring mind.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir.
Matilda's student. I thought I might be seeing you. I take it you...
I'm afraid I haven't yet.
But of course it is not without complexity. Stay the course. And you...
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring, but I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. A potting table and a potion station, yeah?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian. I officially have all of my...
Excellent. I did. So I suppose the world is our...
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it! We'll wear him down eventually.
What was that?
A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done! Levioso! Confringo! Lumbering louts. He's faltering. 2 more hits to do the job. Confringo. Levioso. Confringo.
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest. We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Reparo.
I'll go and see what he wants.
One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Accio. Reparo. Lucky they didn't do more damage. Accio. Reparo. Accio.
Reparo.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you some... I own Gladrag's wizardwear and as I suspect this won't be your last day...
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's... Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
I'd say we've earned a butter...
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. 3 broomsticks.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you...
Revelio.
You're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle. Revelio. I'm certainly glad Sirona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones. I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights, but we can talk later. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if you don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.